Zilby did indeed go and search for the worms. Yeah, he I don't know, like he was looking at me when I left, and I don't know, did he leave right away? He's on the chair now. So I'm switching to standing mode. It's okay, Zilly. You can have my chair. You're the manager. Like literally 10 seconds later, he found the chair. He knew. He waited for me to leave his sight before he went over, because I think he was thinking that if he tried to take the chair while I could see him, he was going to be told no. So possibly most possible cat thing. Yeah, exactly. Catul, hello. How are you doing today? A bit late to the party. Is the project you work on available online? Yes, have it on GitHub. In the let's see, where is my mouse? So it's available here, in the case you want to take a look at it. And then also if you want to see the deployed version, that is at here. And then let me also send those out to YouTube. Okay, got those. Okay, so what are we working on? We were starting to do something. Oh, right. We want to make it so we can click anywhere. So I was trying to get it so that I'm not loading production database stuff anymore. And that's not working, which makes me now think that before I do that, I didn't think that it was absolutely necessary, but like now we know. Where's my .env thing? Oh, I don't have a dot. Okay, fine. Set up environment variables, or fix environment variables. Fix environment variables in yew. Kind of important. Okay, so what's going on with this? I don't know why it's not paying attention to this. So I think what I have to do is we have to, let's update. Okay, I'm gonna remove the exports. I'm gonna add another environment variable called test. No, I'll call it hello world. Hello world env. I think what we need to do is use .env to grab this at compile time. So that is the .env macros, I believe. Oh, you can see the tippy top. There, that fixes that. Yeah, okay. So .env macro, a macro for compile time .env inspection. So this is what I want. So we need to bring you in. So it was a lot of rebuilds there. Okay, and then anywhere in here that I use an environment, oh, I'm already using .env. Oh, wait, never mind. I already had that .env macro. Huh. So why wouldn't that work? That should have worked. Now I'm even more confused. Because this is already in the source code. Okay, there's that .env. That's not in the source, so that's the appropriate spot. Did I somehow like put the .env somewhere else? Yeah, I don't think I have like another .env somewhere. Oh, I forget. Did I reset my find? I think I reset my find. Resetted? Either way, that should work. I should find this file. It's readable by everybody. Now I'm just even more confused. Because if I come over here, all right, so I added in that other one. Let's I guess I'll use Helix in here. Let's go to the mod API where I'm trying to read this GraphQL URI. Let's also let's create like a static. Okay, so I want this to be hello world env. And when we make a request, okay, so whenever I send a request, I log hello world. Okay, so we write you, rebuild you. I have a theory. I think that what happened here is that I made a change to the source code. So it recompiled, and previously there was no changes to the source code. It wasn't recompiling, and therefore it kept the same binaries that it had already created, which had the URL already in it from the previous environment variable. So if I change the environment variable at compile time, but then I don't recompile because there's no changes, it didn't update. That's what happened. That's what's going on. Okay. Well, that's good to know. There's my hello world. All right, so let me go ahead and remove that hello world from there because I don't need it. We don't need you, and I don't need you anymore. And we're good to go. So that should auto rebuild. And I can fastest ticket ever. Now, is there something we can do with trunk to force a recompile? I don't see that here. Oh. Interesting. Okay. That's good to know. All right. Now we can go back to this. As a learner, I want to click anywhere in the article box to navigate to the article. So what this looks like, if we go into a box, I want to click even over here. Right now, I can only click the title of it. So this nav pane, we need to update. And that's going to be a change in the LMS. So we have to set that up. No, we already have that. YCL. And you're on port 8080. Cool. Okay, so I need... Okay, so in prototypes app, we have a router. Yeah, okay, so it's slash you're trying to go home. Unexpected expression got that. Prism is not defined. Ooh, okay. Oh, interesting. So Prism. Oh, I believe I'd removed Prism altogether. That would explain that. What did I switch over for this? Yeah, I'm going to the native one. So let's go ahead and grab you. J7, how are you doing today? Hello. Okay, and then the auto loader for Prism, grab you too. And we'll throw you, sure, down here. Okay, so that should fix you. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we have you. I want, for navigations, here's our course navigation, and we want to update this. You're a Rust newbie. Awesome. Well, always great to have you here. How are you enjoying Rust so far? Okay, so we want to make this clickable. So I need to find this. This is a course nav. So okay, I'm having this as a list. You're on click. Okay, course nav item. Oh, that's interesting. Course nav item. Okay, so I have a 2 on this. Here's our list item. Oh, and I put this here on a BB route or not. So I wonder if I take you and just throw you in here like that, will that work? Is it going to be as easy as that? Okay, so if we save you, no errors there. But yeah, now I can click here. So yeah, that might be as easy as that. I know. So when using a when separating things out, sometimes it just becomes really easy and simple. Okay, so to test this here, what I can do is update our YCL to just use the local one. I have to trigger a recompile. So we have to come back over to here, let's say, and hit write. That didn't seem to do anything. Maybe I need like an actual... Yeah, okay, that recompiled. Hit refresh. Yeah, now I can click on it. anywhere in here. Perfect. Oh, your recompilation worked. So it started at 6 a.m. It's now noon. So 6 hours. That's crazy. That's a crazy compile time for a font. Yew is a bit like React. Yes, J7. Yew is based on React, so it's very similar to React. So if you're familiar with web development and React, then this is going to be pretty simple to get into too. All right, cool. So you're done. Excellent. All right, so what do we want to do? I want to deploy this and then test to make sure it works like up there, up in the cloud. So which means I need to update my environment variable. So, okay, I think I learned how to do this now. Okay, so GraphQL, I comment out you. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, so I throw you in there. Throw you in there. And throw you in there. Okay. So if I do that, now we saved you. I have to I think what I have to do is make a I wonder if I can just resave that. Does that count? Are you going to be No. Okay, so you need to be an actual code change to locations that have .env. That see .env. So use that. Okay, that doesn't change ever. I think the big one here is you. Oh, but that won't cause a change. Kind of silly, but all right, I think that will work. No, that didn't work. Oh, can I do a cargo? Can I do a trunk clean? Oh, no, don't want to go there. I want to go there. Oh, and you won't. Yeah, I need to restart trunk as well. And then it works. Maybe. Okay, so I have to restart trunk and then recompile. No? Okay. How about if I do a trunk clean? And then I do a trunk serve. Okay, how about a trunk clean, a cargo clean, and then a trunk serve? Does this not? And then the only other thing would be the comments, because I have comments inside of the .env file. I guess I could create two, but I don't want to. Okay, this is a full recompile. So if this doesn't work, then I know that it is the comments in the .env file, and I have to remove those, which kind of sucks. Yeah, okay. So, quit out of you. Oh, you know what? It could also be that Rust env production. I keep on forgetting. I can't do that. I have to keep that as dev maybe. So let's try. I mean, actual real code change. No, okay. All right, that was Rust environment dev. So I remove you. Remove the comments. Okay, another change. What? Okay. This is, I'm also making a change in the file that's grabbing this URI here. You would think that that would make it work. I don't get it. What am I doing wrong? Why are you so unhappy with me? I have disabled cache, and now it's just like stuck on localhost. Like, okay, you are quit. You are all saved. I want to, let's do our cleans again. Okay, I saw that it recompiled the LMS. And you're still going to localhost 8081. Come on. I was going to the correct URI. I'm so confused as to how the environment variables are getting or not getting loaded in. Do I need to make a change? So last time I got this working, I just added in this test. So test equals hello world again. I restart trunk serve so that it knows to look up the new environment variables, except actually that shouldn't matter because it's now something else. It's not trunk that's doing it. And then okay, so let's just write this out here. And last time we did this, it just started magically working. Am I getting that hello world? Okay, I'm getting the hello world, but the other one, the GraphQL UI environment variable, is not loading. Let me try. Okay, let's try a different terminal window. Let's just open a new window. We'll do a trunk serve. Okay. At 3 exclamation points. Oh, it did not like that. Oh, it's weird when I'm going through it in Venka. It's constantly like changing. It's like, okay, I'm gonna put some of the exclamation points together and some of them not. That's weird. Okay, so I resaved you. Oh, okay. So this time you did not get the hello. You got the old hello world, and not the new hello world. And I want. There we go. I don't know why I have to like do that to force it to like have the hello world. That seems so silly. I'm clearly doing something wrong with this. I don't know what it is. But okay, that gets that there, which means I can now do I can sync you. Okay, clear the index cache. And now we hit refresh. We should be good to go. Okay, you refresh that. I need to re-log in again. Oh, apparently it was logged in. Or my cookie was still active. Okay, so we can go to courses, introduction to Docker, open the course, and now, bam. I can open up any of these by clicking anywhere else. I don't have to click on those. Perfect. Yeah, so oh, there's a couple other things in here too. So I probably want to separate those into separate tickets. But this one is okay. Nav article are the completely clickable now. Okay, that moves to done. Let's add, okay, so this is the space between sections within each article should be wider. Okay, so increase space between each let's see. The space between sections within each article should be wider, and the main title at the top, Introduction to Docker, has a font size that has two similar. Oh yeah. Okay. So okay, each increase space weight between each section within an article. Within a course. I guess that's a course then. And this is from overlaid. Okay, the main title at the top has a font size that is too similar to the title of the sections. So change font for main title of each course article. Okay, we got that. And then the last one was remove the section for the video, which I can get behind. I can see that. So remove section title video because it's redundant, right? Like we can see that it's a video. Okay, so I'll add those there. Those are great. All right, continuing on. I should commit after all of these too. All right, what up? Oh. I'm still using local. I'm not using the local prism anymore. Okay, so we're gonna git commit. This is making course article navs fully entirely clickable. Okay, using the latest version of YCL. Might as well get those up there. And we're ready to continue. Okay. Ready current stage. Okay, so we want to, as a learner, I want to create an account. So what does this one look like? Oh, right. We need to do some personalization and some other stuff like this. This is good. All right, so decide if I want in-app registration or Auth0 sign up. So right now, I have this where, so if I'm logged out, I click on get started and then I add this in here. But if I go to login, it takes me here and I actually can hit sign up here and then this signs up. I don't think there's a problem here. I think this would be perfectly fine for me to have. And I want to say, yeah, so if I just go to sign up like this, that sends me to the sign up page. So I think I can get rid of the entire login page if I just switch over to these, which means probably more environment variables. So what if I do something like sign in, create account URI. Okay, that's going to go to the same place with Auth0, except the one change I have to make is Okay, you sign up. I think there's probably more. Huh. You have a very different URL for the other one. Okay, so if I do that and everything else is the same. All right, so if it'll send me to the real application, which is not the worst thing in the world, but okay. Also, I'm trying to control Helix on the other window inside of here, so that's fun. All right, so I save you. I have a create account URI now. Let's see. Brash, hello. How are you doing today? Is this LMS both backend and front end written in Rust? Just the front end. The backend right now, I have one Lambda function that I just threw together with JavaScript and threw on AWS really quickly. And I have a Hasura GraphQL API. That's a third-party tool that I'm using. And that's deployed into AWS too. I don't know what that's written in. It might be in Go, but I did not write that. So a majority of the code that I've written here is all Rust on the front end and front end. Okay, so what do I want to do for this? I want to update. I want to update this to have just like this login and create account probably. Oh, you're a React developer? Excellent. Yeah. So you should be able to, like, you should be fairly simple to get into then, because it's pretty much exactly the same. It's pretty close. Can you not see the chat? Did Twitch break? I see your chat message. Stefan, hello. How are you doing today? It's been a while. Do I think AI will reduce the need for software engineers? I think the answer is going to become more complex as time goes on. But can you see in the top right up here, Diablo? I have the YouTube chat on the screen. Okay, yeah. So Stephen, so I think it's going to be complex. I think that over time we're going to see more developers using AI to basically improve their speeds and make themselves faster, better, higher quality, all that kind of stuff. And I think that what that really means is that as software engineers, it's our job to keep up with the times, right? We don't want to fight against AI because that's the guaranteed way to fall prey to it and have our jobs replaced by it. One of the there's a lot of things I've been seeing like on Twitter, on LinkedIn, basically saying, hey, you're a X person, like some X with AI will replace X without an AI. And I really believe that that's true. Like if we're a software engineer and we use AI, we're going to be, better than a software engineer who doesn't use AI. But do I believe that it's going to completely reduce the need for software engineers? No, I actually believe that the need will increase because my guess is, here's my guess, we're going to that's going to enable so many more people to like start doing really cool stuff that we're going to probably see. And this is like a very, very, very not great guess, I guess. I don't, who knows? My thought is that we're going to see that smaller companies, like less monoliths, like giant companies, and more smaller companies that you can only hire a couple developers, but who can get big company stuff done. That's my guess. J7, welcome. You're on Twitch now, and an ad is starting in 5 minutes. So sorry about that. But maybe you won't get it because you just joined really recently. But yeah, I have the auto ads that run every hour, 3 minutes of them. So we'll probably work through this one because I think I took a break the last one. But does that make sense, Stephen? Perfect. Yeah. So fun fact, a company that apparently has an alternative to Devin reached out to me, and I have a meeting with them in a couple weeks. I'm gonna basically see what they're going to do. I'm gonna see if I can get access to a couple of those AIs that are supposed to be like software developer on their own, and see we'll see what it is. Isn't Devin that huge AI scam? There's no evidence of it being a scam or not being a scam yet. There is a lot of hype that I think is going to let a lot of people down. And so I think it's going to be somewhere in between. I think it's going to be one of those things where it's very possible to do, and also like not going to be as amazing as like they're trying to say in their marketing. But every time that any AI stuff comes out, you get the non-developers all looking at developers and going, ha, how do you feel now? We're going to replace you with this AI tool, because they've been trying to do that for, decades. And every time it doesn't work, and you're like, okay, developers, we need to hire a bunch of you to like fix all the stuff that we did when we try to replace you. So again, I also think it would be really ironic and kind of funny if in the end, all the AI tools allowed engineers to replace everyone else. And you don't need anybody else. Like just an engineer with an AI can replace every part of a company. That would be the biggest sort of shock. What would your new career be if Devin is OP? Probably someone who runs Devin, right? Like, I would probably, education is still going to be essential. So like education in some way, I think, would be the way. So like you want to stay on top of the trends as much as possible, and so you can get there and do whatever you want to do. Most people in a company are unskilled and dead weight. Managers, bosses, HR, if they knew what they were doing and they had been trained properly, like those roles can actually make huge differences. The problem is a lot of companies, as you mentioned, don't properly train them and allow people to get promoted to their level of failure, which is not great. We don't want to do that. Yeah, that's a good point, Diablo. Yeah. Well, I think what the idea is that if you want to be human and you want to do stuff, you have to do it well. You have to do it better than an AI. And if an AI can replace you, you're not doing it right. Based on like maybe you should use an AI, but maybe also like there's some training that you can do to get better at it. Like right now, if your job can be replaced by AI right now, that's a problem, because AI isn't that good and it's not very creative, and it has like tons of problems, and it should be like fairly trivial to train yourself to like at least use AI to complement your skills. can't chess players be replaced by AI? Well, so when you go and watch chess, what are you really watching? Are you trying to just watch a good game of chess? Here, let me, I'm gonna snooze. Are you trying to watch like a good game of chess? Or are you trying to watch people play chess and get really good? Like that's, it's one of like the age-old questions. Like why do you watch people play games on Twitch? Why do we do all those things? But it's because people want to see people overcome obstacles to get really good and benefit. That's why we get so angry when people cheat, when people use performance enhancing drugs. If all we cared about was like really good play, we wouldn't care about performance enhancing drugs at all, and everybody would use it. Wondering how you determines what to build in JavaScript and WebAssembly, as I know WebAssembly is not. Yeah, so the way that works, J7, is it builds everything into WebAssembly, and then there's glue code essentially in JavaScript that then communicates with the WebAssembly to then do all the DOM stuff. So it's very similar to like how React or any other front-end framework works, where you're not like telling it, okay, update the DOM. There's like a bunch of glue code hidden away in like the core React, let's say, framework that then does that DOM manipulation for you. How many on their taxes tell the IRS they play chess for a living? That'd be interesting. Who knows? I can hear Zilby very quietly snoring behind me. Way too quiet for the microphone to pick up. But it is very cute. Okay, the ad is starting in 2.5 minutes or so. I know, cat snoring. It is really cute. Which means that he's in deep sleep right now, which is great. Despite me like talking loud and doing all that stuff here, I guess he's used to it. Okay, so let's continue on working this. I'll probably work through the incoming ad break. All right, so I want to figure out where that header is, like where this thing is and what it's doing. So we have you. And I think this is, okay, let's just go to home. No, I want to probably go to app. Here's our top nav bar. Oh, so I have login route, routes login, and then I have logout route. Where do I put my thing for create account? Okay, but this is all BB navbar. Oh, did I put? Okay, right links. That's a footer.